FMS just released a new mini crawler. This is the FCX24M, and we got 4 different body choices with this new truck. Now these are not just new bodies stuck on the old FCX24 platform. This is actually a brand new from the ground up model, the FCX24M lineup. In this video we're going to take a deep dive and look at these things. We're going to go over the key features. I'll show you what comes in the box. We're going to do some size comparisons. We'll get them on the performance table to see how they do. And then we'll go hit the rocks and the trails to have some fun with them. These are awesome little trucks. I'm excited to show you guys these things. So let's jump in and check out the key features first. Take a look at these little sweethearts. FMS did such a good job with these trucks. Here are our 4 new options here in the FCX24M platform. What's really cool about each one of these trucks is that they're unique in their own way. Like if you look at the Defender 90 that we've got here, stubby 2-door model here, short wheelbase on this, aggressive tires, gives it a real compact, rugged look to it. I think that one's my favorite. We've got the Defender 110, which is just a stretched version of the Defender. Same square body look on it, real muscular look, but longer wheelbase. Here we've got the Range Rover, 2-door Range Rover here. And then we've got the Land Rover Discovery. Each one of these out of the box comes with their own accessories. The Discovery and the Range Rover here has these traction boards that come with it. You can mount these up on your rack here. The Discovery has the mats, also has a spare tire you put on the back. The 2 Defenders have these spare tires that go on the back as well. All 4 of these are ABS hard bodies loaded with detail. FMS has done a great job with these little things. We've got cargo racks, snorkels, we've got little winches in the bumpers, mirrors, door handles, clear lenses for our marker lights, windshield wipers, tail light guards. For the time being, they all come in just this one color. This is the Camel Trophy edition. Really looking forward to see what other models they put out on this chassis. Underneath the bodies, you can check out the chassis, which is easily accessible. The bodies are all on a hinge. They have a Velcro set up in the front here. Just pry that off, lift it up. Everything's very easily accessible. We've got the electronics up here in the front. We've got the battery situated in the back with these rubber straps. Now, despite the varying lengths, pretty much configured exactly the same. This is the Defender 110, so just for demonstration purposes here, we'll look at this one. So the new chassis, the FCX24M chassis, we've got a steel C-channel frame. This is a great upgrade compared to the previous FCX24, which utilized a nylon frame. Up front, we've got the 2-in-1 receiver and ESC combo. Great. This is a great unit. You get great slow crawl out of it. Very nice performing ESC in these FMS electronics. That runs this new power plant here. We've got a brushed 50 size motor here attached to a metal geared 2-speed transmission. 2-speed transmission in this little 24 scale. So awesome. You can see we've got the variable speed servo right here in the back that operates your shifting. We've got oil filled shocks at all 4 corners and give us that realistic look to it. A little bit of bounce, not much at all. Certainly better performing than friction damp shocks. Now some folks have said theirs did not come with oil, maybe just a drop or 2, and I didn't crack mine open to check, but these feel pretty good. We've got composite shock towers at all 4 corners. Some options to move the shocks up and down. There is a little bit of flex in these shock towers. I don't know how much stress these things are going to be put under, but you can see you squeeze them a little bit, there is some flex there. Underneath the truck, and take a look at the linkage and drivetrain here. So we've got plastic links upper and lower. We've got a Y-link front and rear setup. Straight axles on this, metal geared straight axles, which I am a big fan of, both in terms of strength and also scale appearance. So I'm really excited to see that FMS went with a straight axle on this truck. We've got slider style drive shafts. We've got a counter rotating rear shaft, and the purpose of that is to reduce as much torque twist as possible. So I really like FMS has taken customer feedback from these crawlers, incorporated this into this truck to try to make a great package here. Up front we've got a servo on axle, which steers these nice soft tires here. These are a 48 to 50 millimeter tire, depending on which model you have here. If you look at the Discovery and the Range Rover, we got a slightly smaller tire. I think these are 48 millimeter on these compared to a 50 millimeter on the Defenders. The tires themselves are not glued on. This is not a beadlock wheel. This is a plastic wheel, but you can pull those tires off with some effort. I didn't notice them turning on the wheel or coming off under aggressive driving at all. These do have working lights, so you can use the bind button to control your lights. Very similar to other FMS models. we've got the multifunctional 2.4 gigahertz FlySky radio here. Utilizing the bind and reverse buttons, you can toggle through a variety of different features here. You have got an adjustable drag brake that you can customize here. Steering trim, throttle trim, dual rates, all that stuff is built in here. We do have the 3-position switch here on the side for channel 3 that does our variable speed transmission. So this is low gear. Check out the slow crawl, excellent slow crawl here. Moving in high gear. This so much fun. High gear is so good. I just love that they incorporated that into this tiny little truck. It's so much fun. With them, you get your 2S LiPo battery, you get your T-wrench, you get your basic wall charger. You'll also get some stickers, which will vary depending on the model that you get, and you get your details owner's manual. Now let's do some size comparisons. So I think the most direct comparison that I wanted to see when we got these released was the Defender 110 against the Traxxas TRX 4M Defender. See very similar exterior features. They've got that muscular squared off Defender body. Great details on both of them. Significantly smaller in the FCX24, obviously. I think FMS has done a great job with the scale of this truck. I really love the size. Now my son's green Defender here, the Traxxas TRX 4M, is not stock, but hopefully this kind of gives you an idea of the size difference and the perspective here. Here it is against an SCX24, so this is the Jeep Wrangler. Modified as well, but not tremendously. But again, just gives you a good look at the scale. From a wheelbase perspective on here, it looks like the Defender 110, virtually identical to the SCX24 Jeep JLU here. I put the two-door, the Defender 90, next to the SCX24. You can see how much smaller the Defender 90 looks against the JLU. That short wheelbase, very apparent here. Wonder if you could take a JLU body and cut out the middle and make a two-door. I'd love to see a JL on this chassis. And finally, here we have it against the FCX24 Power Wagon, the first truck that came out on the FCX24 chassis. So you can see significantly larger on the Power Wagon. It's one of the things I always questioned about this truck was the true scale of it. It always seemed more like an 18 scale to me. Now with these new FCX24Ms, we've got a much more truer to scale version, I think. I mentioned friction damped shocks. There's a good example of that right there. See how springy that is? Much more composed with the new trucks. Really awesome to see the evolution of FMS in these mini crawlers here. Not that the Power Wagon isn't awesome, because I love this thing, but this is a much more refined, detailed, and well-constructed machine. Right, now let's get into our performance test. Let's kick it off with the weight distribution. On the 4-corner scales, let's do all 4 models here just for the heck of it. So let's start with the Defender 110. The Defender 110s, we got 45 front, 55% rear, total weight of 377 grams on this, just with the battery in it. Next up, let's do the Defender 90 here. Defender 90, we got a 44% front, 56% rear, 350, almost 358 grams total weight. Range Rover, 46% front, 54% rear, total weight of 332 grams. Now finally the Discovery, 44% front, 56% rear, 360 grams total weight. So a very similar weight distribution on all of them, skewed toward the rear. So I imagine this weight distribution combined with the accessories up top, these things are probably going to be pretty top heavy and tippy, but we'll see how they do. About the RTI ramp travel index on these little sweethearts. Again, starting with the 110 Defender. That's probably it right there, just about 10 on the RTI for the 110 Defender. So it's about 8 on the RTI for the Defender 90. It's about 9.5 for the Range Rover. About the same as the Range Rover, about 9.5. About some side hill, starting with the Defender 110. Oh, 39 degrees. Defender 90. 40. It's interesting. So we get about 40, 43, I would say, for the Defender 90 with the Range Rover. Like 41 for the Range Rover. Like 39. Let's do the same order for the vertical. I'd say just about 50 on the vertical for the 110. Okay, nearly the same for the 90, which is actually better than I was expecting. I thought with the shorter wheelbase it would flip over a lot sooner. Range Rover. I'd say about 51 for the Range Rover and the Discovery. Oh, same thing. I dare say about 52 for that one. So all very similar. Here we are on the indoor course. I got my little co-pilot here. It's going to help me test out some of these FCX24Ms. Axel's driving the Defender 110. I've got the Discovery back there.
I'm way
Oh, interesting. With the small tires and the relatively short wheelbase on here, they're going to be challenging on the indoor course.
I saved it. I got a good save right there.
Get the great slow crawl on these things. They look so legit, so real going through here. Oh, I'm high-sided here. Wicked. Oh, there we go.
I know I had to help mine.
Oh, it's still tricky. They're tough to drive. It's challenging here. Yep, hand of God.
Especially when you're holding a camera, right?
Yeah, one-handed driving is tricky.
It's easier when you have two hands, like me drive.
The scale realism of these things comes at a cost. They're tricky to drive.
Oh.
You back it up and bump it. Hit it. Oh. Axel's up on the canyon. Had to help him up the canyon. I'm still stuck here. There we go.
It's pretty good.
I am... Oh, it's turtled there. I got out though. Axel's hidden in Mini Moab. I'm still stuck over there on the canyon.
I got it back.
You did?
I did it.
I think we need to get these outdoors. They're struggling a little bit on the indoor course. The obstacles are just big for these things with the small tires, right, buddy?
Right.
I'm getting hung up all over the place.
Yeah, at least I made it.
I was happy to have those straight axles, but now I'm missing the portals. There we go.
You're missing the portals?
Yeah, that extra ground clearance. I'm hung up again. There we go.
You are not very close. I was right here. No, I was on the second one. That's where I was. I'm just moving the ladder.
Oh, goodness.
I think it. Or a chute.
I'm taking a bypass because I couldn't even
Or a
get
chute.
through the gatekeeper there.
Why can't we do a chute?
You're going to go down the chute? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh.
I did a flip. Did you see that?
I did.
That was a cool trick, right?
Yes.
Are you gonna try Help You Game?
I can't even get into the hot tub. I'm hung up everywhere. No.
That's silly. That's cool.
All right, I think we need to get these outdoors to try them on some real terrain, buddy. I think they're going to be best suited on the trails and some flat, level ground. Oh, no!
Oh no! You make the course so high.
Durability test. Nothing broke. Everything's solid.
Yeah.
Survived.
Durability test.
Is the Defender, is that one your favorite, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like that one? I'm going to take Range Rover out. Let's go.
I bet this one's better at off-road.
You think so? So the fun factor of these things, much better outdoors, I think. They look great. A lot of fun to drive out here. Indoor course we struggled a little bit, but this type of terrain is perfect. They look great out here. 2-speed transmission is a lot of fun in a wide open spot.
I'm waiting for you.
I'll follow you. That Defender's got bigger tires. It's got an advantage here for sure.
I'm better with bigger tires, right?
Yeah, I gotta choose less aggressive lines. I gotta keep remembering. I got a little tiny scale trail truck here. There we go. Oh!
You gotta keep remembering that you have a tiny little trail truck. Round it up to a nut.
Yeah, and they're a little tippy with all that weight up top. You know, their cargo racks and the hard bodies and stuff is gonna make them tippy.
It just slipped. And I went down here.
Yeah? I'm gonna try to go.
Down there.
I'm gonna try to go up and around.
Oh, I'm gonna follow you. These have hitches
Yeah,
for trailers.
yeah. All 4 of them have the trailer hitch. They should work directly with the FMS trailers, those utility trailers.
That I have.
Yeah, we should try those.
I
Oh,
gave you.
did you give me? Did you bump me or did I make it?
I bumped you.
Nice. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one.
I
Oh.
bumped you. This does not really count.
There you go. Gas it. Yes, buddy. Good driving.
Do you want to try to get down there?
Yeah, let's go down the washout.
Yeah. I'm going.
Okay, I'll follow you. These things are a lot of fun out here. I gotta say, really enjoying these out here with my little man. With the Camel Trophy colors and all the accessories out here on this type of terrain. Looks just like we're rolling through the desert. Axel's making quick work of this with the Defender. The Defenders definitely have the advantage with the bigger tires and the aggressive terrain, but the Range Rover's doing pretty good. I gotta say, right as I get hung up here. I'm coming. It's that great slow crawl. I think we're gonna get through nice. The small size and the good control getting us through clean.
I'm really going backward here. I made it. And this is my favorite one. The four-door Defender.
Yeah, I know you like that one.
I know, it's like mine.
I
Like
originally,
my other Defender.
I liked the two-door Defender, the Defender 90, but now I'm really starting to like the Range Rover here. This one's starting to really grow on me.
I'm almost to the end. You're not close. Not very close. Wow. I saved it. It was on 2 wheels and I saved it. What is that? Is that cool? I saved it.
Finding the use of high gear can help me when I get hung up on stuff. Use the high gear and really rock it off of there. Oh, nice. Cool, made it to the bottom.
I'm all the way at the bottom.
Yeah. All right, that was fun. Fresh off the trail to give you my driving impressions and final thoughts of these things. FMS has packed a lot of fun features into these little trucks. Great scale details. The metal gear driveline and the oil-filled shocks all come together to make for a really fun driving experience. Now, they aren't going to be line-slaying rock crawlers out of the box, that's for sure. We found out on the indoor course, they struggled mightily on the indoor course, putting them through any type of challenge situations that we're used to with the 24 scales, but they're really not built for that. When we took these out to our favorite crawling spot, one of our favorite crawling spots, and hit more trail-type scenarios, they did fantastic. So much fun watching these things crawl around. The realism, the scale realism of these little trucks is just next level. All that's lacking, I think, for the full scale experience is to put little drivers in here to match the interiors that these things have. The straight axles and the smaller tires do get you hung up quite a bit. Also, how the skid plate is designed, there's a bit of a lip there that I found was hang up on rocks. That sharp edge on the bottom of the skid would get me hung up quite a bit. But I did find quite a bit of utility in the 2-speed transmission. Towards the end of our run, I was finding that I'd get hung up and then switch it into second gear, and then you can really ramp up and over things. So I got more utility out of the 2-speed than I was expecting. But overall, I think FMS nailed these little trucks. This new FCX24M platform is great. I'm super excited to see what we can do with these with a little bit of aftermarket support, and I can't wait to see what FMS comes out with for additional bodies for this lineup. It's going to be a lot of fun. FMS has priced these at $119. They're available for pre-order now. If you buy more than one, there's a sliding scale with a gradually increasing discount. And I'll put the link in the description down below if you want to order some of these for yourself. And guys, let me know your thoughts. What do you think of the FCX24M? Did you pick one up? Which one's your favorite? And as always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in the next video.